With that all now down, let's move on to this, shall we? Well, ladies and gentlemen, today is Halloween. Oh, and I forgot to bring my mask in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, crap. I was going to wear a mask. Anyway, today is Halloween, which means tomorrow, brand new month starts, November.
Ooh.
And we have got some big, big movies coming in November. And I thought we would go down what I think are going to be the 5 biggest and put them in order. Now, there are others that are coming out. There are going to be some movies I don't mention that are coming out. Like the Tom Hanks one hasn't come out yet, right?
No.
So that's coming out in November. It's, what was it called again? We Live Here, We Live in Time, We Time in Live.
Right, I have
Live, Die, Repeat. I don't know. It's something like that. Anyway, I don't have that on my list because I could be wrong. I don't think it looks terribly interesting. And I'm not hearing the greatest things about it. And I don't think the trailers are that good. I love Tom Hanks, but I don't think a lot of people are going to go to see it. So here are what I believe are going to be the 5 most watched, biggest, shows. And by the way, Jonathan, do you have those or are those, do I have those?
It's called Here, the Tom Hanks movie.
The Tom Hanks movie is called Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you have that.
I have them. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll bring them up on the screen here. So we're going to talk here. We're going to start. Here's our top 5 movies of the year that I think are going to be the top 5 movies in November. Okay. At number 5, what I think is going to be the 5th biggest movie of the month is a little Anthony Mackie movie.
Oops, it's backwards.
Sorry. That's wrong. Story.
Ron. It's backwards.
Ignore that. Well, now you know what number 1 is.
I'm really sorry.
Anyway, I'm just going to bring up the whole list then.
Yeah, let's go.
At number, it's not. Anyway.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't reversed. You've got.
Oh.
Anyway, so.
It's a nice looking graphic though.
It is a beautiful graphic. Well done. Just
Oh,
put it in the
man,
wrong order.
I'm really
So,
sorry, everyone.
At number 5, at the bottom, is Elevation. Now, this is that Anthony Mackie movie with Morena Baccarin from Serenity and from Serenity/Firefly and Deadpool.
Yeah.
And basically, and here's the interesting thing. It's directed by a guy named George Nolfi, who directed like a bunch of really interesting things, including that little film with Anthony Mackie and Samuel L. Jackson
Yeah.
a couple of years ago during the pandemic, The Banker. That was really good. I enjoyed that movie a lot. And so he's working with Anthony Mackie.
Oh, he
again.
also wrote it, The Banker.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yes, he did. He did write The Banker.
Yeah.
So he's got this new movie now with Anthony Mackie and Morena Baccarin called Elevation. And basically, it's kind of like Quiet Place, but instead of alien monsters are here, but they have a limitation. They can't see. They can only hear. Elevation is kind of like that, where there's alien monsters here, although I don't know if they're alien or not. I'm guessing they're alien. But their limitation is alien monsters can't go above 8,000 feet elevation. So what is remaining of humanity lives in the higher regions, like mountains or in areas of the country that are above 8,000 feet. And they don't know why these monsters can't go above 8,000 feet. But as long as you're up there, you're fine. But of course, something goes wrong. Anthony Mackie has a son who needs some medical equipment to keep him alive. And the ones he's got is running out, and he's got to go down to lower elevations to some hospitals and get himself some new equipment. Anyway, I think it looks really interesting. And even though it's got a little bit of a feel of a Quiet Place ripoff, it still looks good. I love Anthony Mackie. I think more people than you think are going to go out to watch this thing. So at number 5, I've got Elevation. At number 4, RedOne. Now, I have every confidence in the world that this movie is going to be terrible. I have not liked the trailers. I think even though I love Dwayne Johnson, I love J.K. Simmons, I love Chris Evans, I have no faith in this movie. I think it's going to end up being terrible, but it's still got J.K., Chris Evans, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And it's a Christmas movie coming out at Christmas time. And I still think it's going to make more money than, say, Elevation. So I think there's going to be, and look, I hope it's good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not cheering against the movie. I'm just saying I think it's going to be terrible. And I do think it's going to be terrible, but I hope it's good. I mean, we've all been surprised by movies. I hope this is the next surprise. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, The Perfect Jean. Look, you guys know I've been talking about The Perfect Jean for a while now. I absolutely love these. They fit like a dream, they look fantastic, and they are so comfortable, you forget you're even wearing pants. We all love jeans, but look, we all also know they can be a little bit uncomfortable for the boys, but not with The Perfect Jean. These jeans fit like they were custom made, stretch like you wouldn't believe, and they look absolutely fantastic. The Perfect Jean also has a seriously massive range of sizes, everything from 26 to 50 and lengths of 26 to 38. These have become my absolute go-to jeans whenever I'm hanging around the house or even going out for the day. And listen, the Perfect Jean isn't even just pants. They've revolutionized t-shirts as well. The Perfect Tee has just enough stretch to hide that beer belly while accentuating your arms and chest for that flawless look. My guys, it's finally time to stop crushing your balls in uncomfortable jeans by going to theperfectjean.nyc. Our listeners get 15% off your first order, plus free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges when you use the code CAMPEA at checkout. That's 15% off for new customers at theperfectjean.nyc with the promo code Campea. And after you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support the John Campea Show and tell them we sent you. F your khakis and get the Perfect Jean. Now you get into the three that you know are the three big hitters. Right? Wicked, Gladiator, and Moana. I think coming in third will be Gladiator II. The narrative of Gladiator II has turned around. I mean, it's really turned around because that first trailer, first of all, everybody was asking, why are you making another Gladiator? And then they put out the first trailer that was a ridiculous trailer. But then they put out that second trailer. And that second trailer was significantly better than the first. And people like me who have been kind of pessimistic about this movie, because I'll be honest. I'm just going to be honest here. Everybody's too afraid to say this out loud, but I'll say it out loud. I don't really believe or trust Ridley Scott anymore. He's one of the all-time greats, no doubt. He's got a long list of movies I love. But the last 10, 15 years, other than The Martian, man, going to a Ridley Scott movie has been a rough exercise. So I don't know that I got belief. But then that second trailer came out. And that trailer actually made me go, maybe this has some potential. This actually looks good. And then you think about the fact that Denzel Washington can pick and choose whatever movie he wants to be in. The casting is great. And then the first reactions came out. Again, first reactions are first reactions, but still, you'd rather hear good first reactions like these than like the first reactions we got for the Joker 2, which were not so good.
Yeah.
So all that combined, I think has got a lot more people excited. So I think it's going to make a decent amount of money, but I still put it in third place. In second place, I've got Wicked. And, you know, in a lot of other months, Wicked would be number one. We'll get to Moana in a second. But again, I've been talking about this for 2 years now. This movie looks phenomenal. I've seen probably altogether now with the two CinemaCons, probably about 35 minutes worth of presentation on it. And it looks insanely good. It's a wildly popular musical. I think there's going to be a lot of people that want to go to see this. And now that the major trades, Deadline, Vanity Fair, Variety, are all weighing in and they're saying it's effing awesome. And some people are even whispering it might get some Oscar considerations in a bunch of categories. This movie's going to be huge. I'm not necessarily saying it's going to be $1 billion film, but it's going to be very big.
It's also Thanksgiving weekend, which is just historically huge. So,
yeah. All right. So that's, again, Elevation at number 5, RedOne at number 4, Gladiator 2 at number 3, Wicked at number 2, and that leaves the no duh, Moana 2. Look, you don't need any other piece of evidence to guess that Moana 2 is going to be the biggest movie of the month and maybe the biggest movie of the year. That could be a stretch, but we'll see. Then this. Last year, those of you who watch the show on a regular basis, you know this already, but for those of you who don't, last year, 2023, the #1 streaming movie by a large margin was a 7-year-old Moana. Moana was the #1 streamed movie of the year. And it wasn't necessarily close. People, including myself, love this film. And it's just really taken root over the years since it came out. And so Moana 2, I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't know. I haven't seen a big presentation for it yet. I haven't seen anything like that. So it might be great. It might be bad. But even if it's bad, this movie's going to be big. If it's great, it could put itself in contention of being the #1 or #2 biggest movie of the year. If it's great. If it's good, it's going to be huge. If it's even not good, it's still going to be big. People are going to be going out in droves to see Moana 2.
Right.
And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be one of them. I'm absolutely going to be one of them. So again, for me, it's Elevation, RedOne, Gladiator II, Wicked, and Moana will be the biggest movie of November. It's kind of an exciting month for movies. Listen, aside from RedOne, which I will go see, I'm just not going to lie to you and say I'm excited about seeing it. But aside from RedOne, I am legitimately excited about watching all these movies. I can't wait to watch Moana, Wicked, Gladiator II, and Elevation.
The great thing, too, though, is that neither of us have seen Conclave yet. And so that will be a November movie for us in a way. So we got Conclave to add to that, too.
Right, but will not be one of the biggest.
No.
It will not. That's the thing. I'm not saying
Performance?
this is not a list. Again, if you look at this list again, I'm not saying this is a list of what will be the best movies.
No, not at all.
Of November. What I'm saying is that this list is a list of what it will be the biggest movies.
I'm still excited about a few of those, though.
Oh yeah, and listen, there are some others. There's some other movies coming out this month too that also look quite interesting, but I think these are going to be really, really quite good. Anyway, guys, question is for you: what do you think? How would you order it? Not. Remember, this is not an order of your preference. This is not an order of what you think will be the best one. I'm asking you, how would you order what you think are going to be the biggest movies in November? Do you agree with my list? Would you rearrange it a little bit? Do you think there's a movie that maybe should have replaced Elevation or RedOne even? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.